wants him alive. He should pay for what he's done. So I found this little question mark statue, right? I thought, well, Gotham souvenir. Damn near electrocuted me when I picked it up. What's with all the rain? Suddenly Penguin don't look so stupid with that umbrella. Batman, you're a hard man to kill. You remind me of this guerrilla fighter, liberating ARKHAM and Troubadour. We got him eventually. Nailed his head to a wall.
One chance, Slade. Leave Gotham. Now.
I don't think so. You've taken out my checkpoints. Nice work. But I've got the city rigged to blow, and our watchtowers have locked down Gotham's skies.
Riddler. Talk.
Sure. Whatever you say.
We're done. Riddler's trial's in Kingston. He's been toying with me so far, enjoying the sense of control. I doubt he'll be playing games much longer.
Heaven knows how his insanity has manifested itself this time.
Oh, Detective, I can't tell you how pleased I am that you're playing along with my little game. You literally cannot imagine what it's like to be so intellectually removed from the rest of the human race. I couldn't honestly say you offer me a battle of wits, Dark Knight, but your feeble resistance makes a pleasant change from the instant capitulation of everyone else. Oh dear, Dark Knight. What a pity you couldn't bring the Batwing to this one. That's two down, Detective. Do be careful of the death trap en route to the next one. Good work, Detective. You are literally as capable as the digit-flapping mammal you pointlessly pretend to be. The next key awaits you.
I can't leave Catwoman alone to choose the key. She'll die without my help.
More cabinets. Great. I love this part.
Oh, this is too tense to watch. Thank
Okay. Time to possibly maybe die. Well, this is not how I wanted to spend my night.
Another key collected. I trust you're not giving her false hope, Detective.
Oh, good. More fun.
Well, Dark Knight Detective, you have passed another test. I cannot help but admire the spirit with which you have thrown yourself into a task for which you are woefully under-equipped. I almost feel guilty when I contemplate what's coming, but not so guilty that I'm going to call it off. Head back to the orphanage, Detective. Another of my riddle rooms is waiting.
I'm going back to the orphanage. Celine is waiting.
I can only imagine what cruel game Mr. Nigma has in store for you and Miss Kyle.
Back up! He's gonna get us!
No chance.
You know what? Scarecrow, Ivy, this Arkham Knight guy and his giant freaking army, I'm getting out of town.
How are you doing?
Can't fault the entertainment. Eddie just lectured me on the 13 innovations that let him pack this collar with his custom-designed plastic explosive.
You must be honored.
At being what? Your motivation? Come on, the next puzzle room's
I
waiting.
hope the varying amounts of pressure don't get to you.
Another one? What's Eddie's problem?
Fanatic narcissism, egocentrism, and megalomania, crossed with severe obsessive compulsion.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. The counterweights move further when I step on the pads.
You are getting older. Maybe it's time to add a few extra notches to the utility belt. Hey, don't shove.
Congratulations to the dementedly dressed duo. Your key awaits. Oh, but what's this? An electrified floor?
You do it. You still owe me for Arkham City.
Goodness, you figured it out already. Meet the second generation of my android allies. I've built a variant specifically tailored to each of your dubious abilities.
Leave the blue ones to me!
There's more where that came from, Batman. I built a highly efficient production line.
Leave the red ones to me.
All the danger of battle combined with all the fun of riddle solving. You can thank me after. Thank you. You know what, Detective? I'm glad you solved this riddle. Because it takes you one step closer to the riddle that kills you.
Riddle that kills you.
Eddie really hates you, doesn't he?
He's an ego-driven narcissist who can't let anyone else win.
Gee, if only you'd met under different circumstances.
His obsession's getting worse. He's going after my allies.
Ally. After this, I think we should dial it back to known associate for a while.
This was nothing, Dark Knight, nothing. A new trial awaits you, Detective, by Divinity Church, and I'm waiting too.
Great news, Bat. I was just...
I'm headed to Divinity Church. Riddler won't give up, Alfred. His pride won't let him.
You'll break his spirit, sir. I've every confidence.
Your dead girlfriend, Talia al Ghul. Don't worry. I asked, and she's totally cool with Cat Lady having a go on the old scratching post. She also says, ow, ow, is this a bullet in my sternum or a broken heart?
Let's talk about Riddler. I'll tell you everything! Thank you.
Riddler's gonna regret going after Catwoman. She's wanted out revenge.
The unexamined life is not worth living, Detective. And I've been wondering why I let you aggravate me so. You're a cheat and a liar. A dressed-up strongman playing with expensive toys. World's greatest detective, ha! And everyone from Gotham to Star City believes it. I cannot abide a fraud detective, a dilettante masquerading amongst his intellectual betters, stealing every last scrap of appreciation, dignity, and respect. Welcome, Detective, to the drain I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally plunge you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water, like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? No, Detective. You must avoid the rotating spiky blades of death.
Riddle me this. What's dead? You!
Welcome, Detective, to the drain, I'm going to figuratively and quite possibly literally flush you down. The goal of this aquatic examination could not be simpler, Detective. Lower the water like so. Before that, however, it's time for a riddle. Riddle me this, Detective. What do bats do when they're at home? Well done, Detective. I think you're getting the hang of it. That's one Batman. The water might be lower, but you're still out of your depth.
Your death was inevitable, I'm afraid. A statistical certainty.
Look at you, Detective. Hanging there in that hideous machine like a particularly ugly chandelier. Another switch? Why, the water is almost as low as capitalist chances of freedom. Why don't you celebrate with my friends? You to destroy the robots. I did. It's all part of my immaculately constructed master plan. So there. Struggling, Detective? I'm afraid you're running several minutes behind my projections. This is why my projections were off. I failed to consider both your incompetence and your stupidity as two distinct variables. Apologies, Detective. I will recalculate post-haste. Excellent. You are barely keeping up to the precise degree my equations predict. Careful on your way out.
Hey, Eddie. Can't we play a different game? This one's getting old. Here's hoping Eddie hasn't started cheating. And they say black cats are bad luck.
Another key. Well done. Of course, you'll lose all 9 lives in an instant should I push this detonator.
Another door unlocked. What a surprise.
I've always been the smartest man in the room, Detective, forced to endure the suspicions and mockery of those whose meager mental faculties prohibited them from appreciating that fact. And then you appear in Gotham, dressing up your cognitive capabilities marginally superior as they are to that of the average hoodlum, in the guise of a crusading hero. And oh, how the people swoon. To the orphanage, hero! It's time to rejoin Catwoman for another trial.
Selena's still trapped at the orphanage. Together, we'll get her out.
Okay, we'll join a couple of riots. But I can't be out all night. It's my turn to watch the kids tomorrow. Trust me, don't hit the banks. They're spoken for.